I mean, you're a young guy. This is your first business. It's a rocket ship. Um, how are you handling that? How have you managed? Have you been able to surround yourself with some people that uh, help you manage this business and grow this business and manage your people and all the things you need to do to be able to do what you're doing?
Yeah, it's definitely been a big learning experience for me. I've feel like I've learned more in the last 5 years doing this than I could have doing anything else. Uh, just learning by failing and learning by application. Um, I'll mention my two co-founders here as well. One of the things that I'm really proud of at this stage of the business is that all three co-founders are still with the business. Many businesses within the first couple of years of a business have some sort of issue with co-founders or some sort of co-founder dispute. And we haven't. We just never have had kind of co-founder conflict. And I've asked myself why that is, and I trace it all back to a conversation we had in 2017 when we were first starting the business. It was just us three in the business, and we just kind of had a meeting together, and we kind of defined what this meant, and we asked each other, like, what does being a co-founder of the company mean? And we decided two things, and that one, it means you start out with a lot of equity, and two, it means you started the company. And we decided it doesn't mean anything more than that, right? It means we split up the equity when we start, and it means we get to say this company was started by us, but it doesn't entitle us to anything beyond that. It doesn't entitle us to a role. It doesn't entitle us to be in any meeting or whatever. And that sort of mentality has kept all of us, I think, really kind of hungry and maybe even humble to our position, where each of us said to each other, we said, if I'm ever not the right CEO for the business, I'll take some other role in the company, and let's bring in a CEO who's really good at this. Or if I'm not the right, VP of product, then let's bring in someone else who's a better VP product, and I'll go do some other role. And I think that's caused each of us to really believe that we have to learn and grow and scale with the business. And so far, I'm really proud of my co-founders' ability to scale with the business. They've really invested in themselves and their growth, and they've put themselves through a pretty rigorous education to be the best at their role. Because if at any moment we think there's someone better, then we'll make that decision. So I think that's one way as a first-time founders we've been able to manage that, is just realize that you're entitled to nothing, and and that you have to put in the work that many people have put in over decades to gain the experience to be great leaders. You have to somehow accelerate that process, and it's not going to be easy.